Hi folks, today is November 6th and we have some time to spare, about 30 seconds until 2 o'clock, and we're gonna talk of course about voting, because today, November 6th, is a very special day. Each of us, despite the snow that's still going on outside, is about to go and vote. It was snowing in the morning. It is snowing right now, and it is exactly 2 o'clock, and today's discussion would be about universal design and accessibility. So what is universal design? According to the Center for Excellence in Universal Design, universal design is design and composition of an environment so that it can be accessed, understood, and used to the greatest extent possible. So long story short, Minnesota State, as part of a nationwide movement, is very cautious, is very cognizant of the necessity to develop our learning materials in a way that everybody can access them. So in our blog, we follow for years the development of universal design. So if you just type universal design in the search area, you will get a lot of materials. And the very last one is very interesting presentation, which rightfully brings our attention to the fact that 80% of the people who use captions are not deaf or hard of hearing. So it's not necessarily the ADA, American with Disabilities Act, that we have to abide for. Universal design is really very important, also considering learning styles, multiple intelligences for learning, and so forth and so forth. Now, we have two entries from 2018 and from 2017 where the EDUCAUSE Learning Initiative, ELI, is placing accessibility and universal design on the very second place of the most important issues for that respective year. And that, of course, is not EDUCAUSE random selection, but it is contrived from the voting, from the opinion of faculty, staff, and administrators from higher ed across the nation. So long story short, universal design is very important, and it also is very difficult. It is very difficult because universal design and accessibility can be applied fairly easily when we talk about text. Once we start talking about different literacies like media literacy, digital literacy, and so forth, when we start talking about different media, not only text but visual media, then universal design can become very cumbersome, very expensive. And that's one reason why the whole process of implementing universal design can be delayed at schools. Yet, as mentioned, Minnesota State is moving strongly into this direction, and this is why it is so important to discuss this. This is why I'm bringing it up to everybody today. Now, the most important part is that as we know, as some of us consider, D2L as part of the learning systems that we have is conceptually old. It's becoming old. And EDUCAUSE is pushing very hard toward understanding that the next generation would be digital learning environments, and one of the big reasons why next generation is needed, why D2L is conceptually old, is exactly because of the accessibility and universal design issues which the current LMS, learning management systems, are not that ready to offer. In terms of job descriptions, the blog also has a wide range of technologically related job descriptions for librarians. It's one blog entry, And if we peruse through this block entry, we can see that now universal design is required also for specific librarian positions across the nation. Unfortunately, not at this institution. Why universal design? That's the question that we all have to respond to. Accessible presentation is one block entry that I think is the very pragmatic, very tangible way to start as a faculty to orient yourself in this vast world of universal design that is in front of us and that we have to conquer. So it's 2:05, my 5 minutes are over. I would love to hear your opinion about universal design, and if you share your resources about universal design, how you and your institution is resolving it. Thank you, and we'll see you soon. Next time there might be snow.